Foreign ministers from the countries of India, Australia, Japan and United States jointly met in Tokyo over the Quad Forum. Ahead of this dialogue, Indian External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar held a bilateral with US counterpart Antony Blinken, where both leaders spoke extensively on bolstering coordination and collectively committed to promote a free, open and prosperous Indo-Pacific. Now, at a press address directly following the Quad foreign ministers meet, Dr. Jaishankar mentioned that the Security Forum now serves an expansive agenda, stating that Quad was now deeply and systemically embedded in each nation's foreign policy. Of note was the announcement that a space-based climate warning system will be soon launched from Mauritius as part of Quad cooperation. Earlier in his opening statement at the Quad meet, Dr. S. Jaishankar cautioned that these are not easy times, terming this new era as one of re-globalization.
These are not easy times. A major challenge is to ensure global economic growth while also de-risking it. In a sense, we are in the midst of a re-globalization. At the same time, it is only our collective endeavors that can proof the international system against disruptions, man-made or natural. It is only our collaboration that can ensure that the Indo-Pacific remains free, remains open, stable, secure and prosperous. Our meeting should send a clear message that the Quad is here to stay, here to do and here to grow.
Representatives from the four nations also spoke exhaustively on larger issues such as telecommunications, undersea cable technology, humanitarian and disaster relief, cybersecurity, healthcare, maritime awareness, STEMS education and countering terrorism. Also big on the agenda were discussions surrounding West Asia, Ukraine and the South China Sea. A bilateral between Blinken and Jaishankar was held ahead of the Quad meet. Blinken was also accompanied by the Assistant Secretary of State for South and Central Asian Affairs, Donald Lu, and State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller. The Secretary of State underscored the importance of realizing a just and enduring peace for Ukraine in accordance to the UN Charter. This ahead of a planned visit by Indian Prime Minister next month to Ukraine. According to reports, the key topics discussed in the bilateral between India and US also included the deteriorating situation in West Asia, along with the conflict in Ukraine. Prime Minister Modi's visit to Russia, which coincided with the NATO summit in Washington earlier this month, left the US and its allies a bit wary of India's foreign policy outreach. Last week, at a congressional hearing, Donald Lu expressed disappointment over the symbolism and timing of the Indian Prime Minister's visit to Russia. New Delhi, however, rejected Lu's comments and asserted that all countries have the freedom of choice in a multipolar world. Now, it remains to be seen how both sides respond to Prime Minister Modi's upcoming visit to Ukraine next month. This will be the Indian Prime Minister's first visit to Ukraine since the beginning of the Russia-Ukraine war in 2022.